Hello, my name is Jeff McDonald and welcome to my workshop. If you've never been here before, welcome and please subscribe. And so you'll get notified when there's additional videos come out. Today we're just going to turn a regular bowl. I think it's a Florida live oak wood. And what I was going to do instead of just talk about it is take you with me to find a piece of wood. I haven't found the piece of wood I want yet, so that's what we'll do. Let's get started. All right, I'm on the hunt for the next piece of wood. All of that's wet. It's still too wet. I got to turn that little stuff, but I don't want to turn little today. I want to turn something big. I think this is all dry under there. Let me see what I got here. Sorry about my camera action. I'm holding this while I'm working it. All right, this piece might be a good piece. So with that, let's get on it. All right, first thing I gotta do is find the center. I gotta drill my first hole, and then I gotta remove some of the bark, and then I'll drill a second hole. Where's my drill? Oh, didn't bring it out, did I? I'll go get it real quick. Where the heck did it go? Right here? Yeah. All right, I'm gonna grind this off. Yeah, I might get a clamp real quick. I wasn't quite as ready as I thought. I thought I had everything ready. As usual, I don't. All right, I'll clamp this back here. Just to hold it so I can do this. All right, we're there. Okay. All right, let's go inside and get this thing mounted up. All right, let's turn this thing down to about 3 1/4, I'd say. The idea is just get it slow enough so I can put this on. If you're going too fast, it could just strip the hole out, you know. But I gotta be able to do it to where I can get my hands out of the way too. All right, well, that went on nicely. All I gotta do is tighten this down so I can stop, freeze up my chuck so I can tighten it. There we go. I hope this turns into a nice piece. I see a crack here. I see a few cracks, so we'll see how it goes. Yep, tailstock. Get this started. Hood. When we first start out, it's kind of clumsy because you got to get it straightened out. You can't turn it up too high. The whole lathe will start jumping around. I can turn up a little bit. That's what's nice about pulling up the tailstock. It can help secure it in place. But this point is where you start seeing bugs flying out of it. Anyway. All right. That's pretty good. If any of you all have a GoPro camera, this is a 12 I'm using. I like the camera, but when I put it in this media thing, it heats up real easy. So in about, I don't know, not long from now, it'll be heating up and shutting down. So I don't know how to deal with it. I was thinking about drilling holes in the case. I don't know. Any thoughts on that? Let me know. See where we're at. Oh yeah, ways to go, a little bit more. I was a little lopsided putting it on, I can tell that now. Yeah, I can't always do it perfect, I guess. Hopefully I can keep the bark though. Woo. Now I'm picking wood out from a bunch of dry wood I have. I got lots of dry wood, and I've got to get it, turned. So I got the other wood dry, but this is ready to go and needs to be done. And that's where you hear, that my machine bogging down and stuff. Even though it's a sharp tool, this wood is pretty hard. So it just takes a minute. I think I got it where it wants to be. Man, there's a lot more in there than it was looking at it before. See all that? Cracks are just gonna have to stay. That's just part of the wood. Let me mark this out for a tenon. Now I'm using a larger chuck than I usually do because this is a pretty big bowl. And I'll probably use the tenon as the bottom, which kind of works out good because it's about the right size for the bottom. So we'll see what happens. I think we're about there. Oh, lopsided on the weight because it's lopsided to one way, but is what it is. Now, since I'm going to use the tenon as the foot of the bowl, I can go ahead and drill out for the medallion. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm gonna do now. So I'm gonna take a break and give this camera time to cool. All right, now it's time to drill this thing out. Turn it down to about, I don't know, 700 RPMs. All right, perfect. Another thing I gotta do a forward cut. I've been doing a cut against the grain, but now what I need to do is make a good cut with the grain because I've tore out some of the wood on this side. So hopefully I can get that done without too much bother. What's all this shaking going on back here? It's just all balanced. All right. Up a little more speed. All right. Hopefully one pass will do it. That ain't working too good. I'm gonna do all back cuts. Let me bring my telescope up, making me a little nervous. You see how that looks? I see a ridge right there. A little bit of pull out. All right, and I'm gonna have to do another cut. It'd be against the wood, but it needs to be done. All right, let's hope that that did it. Much better. Oh, yeah. All right. So what I gotta do now is just turn this around, put it in the chuck. First up, I'm gonna do one thing. I'm gonna do a little bit more work on the bottom before I do that because it's a little messed up. So I need to do a little bit of maintenance on this thing. I think that'll do it. Yeah, it's good. All right. All right. Looks good. that glue, the CA glue is working good. It's gonna keep that on there, I think. Where it doubles my gloves. There they are. All right. I went ahead and took a break too to cool the camera. I really am thinking about getting another camera. This one is driving me crazy. Anyway, keep her going. All right, we're getting there. These deeper bowls take a little bit of time. Yeah, we're doing good. All right. There's a big hole in there. I didn't know that. So you never know what you're gonna find in the wood. Bugs, holes, spark inclusions. We just never know. Actually, I ain't gonna take this time to sharpen my tool. I'm gonna have to sharpen this now. My negative rake scraper. But I need to get another cut right through there. Let me sharpen this real quick. Yeah. I could go a little bit more. Little bit deeper, not much. It's a little too thick on the bottom. Alrighty, I think that's going to get us to where all I got to do is sand. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Sand, and then there's a lot going on in that wood, isn't there? My goodness. What a fit. All right. All right. Kept the bark, it looks like. In most places, more came off right here. But for the most part, all the bark's on there. All right, so I'm just going to take the time to do all the sanding. It's going to take time. I'm not going to record it all, but then I'll come back when it's time to show you what I've got done. All right, got it all polished. Not polished, I got it all sanded. And now I'm going to put the medallion on it. With a little bit of CA glue. Hang on, I got a raised spot there. Give me a second. Where's my sander real quick? There we go. All right. Now what I do is apply a little bit of CA glue. This CA glue in this bottle is getting pretty tired, but I'm going to use it till I can't use it no more. Part of it's dried up. There we go. You got to watch them long strings because they'll come off and get on the part you've already sanded, and you got to go back and sand it again. It's just a medallion that I put on the bottom. Add a little activator to it. And shove it in there. That's that. There's a crack here. Filled it with, down in there I filled some rubberized CA glue. And now with this CA glue, it should keep it from continuing, I hope. I like these rustic bowls. They just, something about them. You know, they're very unique, one of a kind kind of thing. And you can see this one has, and I didn't find this till I was done, but like this big hole here, there. I didn't see a lot of that until I started turning it. So I'm using Mahoney's walnut oil, which I usually use. Most of you, anyone who knows me knows this is what I use most of the time. Saturate the bark. There's no way to rub it in there, so I just pour it in there. Get that bark nice and protected. All right. There we go. Yeah, another one down. Got a show coming up in a couple of weeks. My wife and I was planning a cruise, and our timing isn't great because I gotta make as many bowls as I can for this upcoming show. Arts and craft show, fair, I don't know what you call it, but yeah. Hang on, let me get my rag situated. This stuff, I like using Mahoney's walnut oil. It's just very good for the bowl. It saturates well. It goes deep saturation, as most oils do. Crap. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to, about every 15 minutes or so, I can look at it and see if there's any, well, there will be dry spots. Then I just add more oil. And I got spots I just got to saturate here. It's just, don't do a lot of oil in this bowl. There we go. I buy it by the gallon. I can't remember how much it is by a gallon. But it's much more economical that way, obviously. But it goes pretty far. About I don't know, a gallon a year, maybe. I don't know. I never thought about it. All right. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to let that sit there, come back to it, and keep putting oil on it until it's done. And then I'll come back when it's time for the final reveal and what we have. Okay? All right, the bowl is finished. I hope I got good lighting here. Still very wet. Very wet. Love it. I love this bowl. It's got so much character. There's things in it I never knew was even there until we started digging it out, like those big holes and things on the bottom. That's something very new right there. Yeah, this turned out a nice piece. I like the rustic wood. I really do. So anyway, I just want to say thank you very much for watching. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't yet, please do. And with that, I just want to say thank you. God bless. Have a great day.